the women on farms, when we work on farms, we are women. We must get up early in the morning to get the truck. The trucks are so full. There's no place to sit on the truck. You have to stand all the way to the farm. And when you get there, it's early. And you have to start, especially when it's time for the vineyards. In most of the farms I work in the past, there's no toilets in the vineyard. You have to do your thing there. There's water, but they bring the water in the tanks. It's staying there all day in the sun, whole week, so you have to drink that water. It's nothing to do with you. If you don't bring your own water to work, it's your own problem, because you have to drink that water and stay there maybe 3-4 weeks. And if you don't complain about the water, the smell or something, they don't throw it out and put other water in. Yes, the other thing is the pesticides is the main problem in farms, because you work in block X and they spray in block Z. So you like this, next to the block they're spraying. Sometimes you walk in a block and they spray in that same block you are working in. And you can't complain to the owner or anyone, because you're just going to hear, then you must leave. There's no work for you. So our women, we are scared to talk. Most of them are scared to talk because they don't know their rights. So they keep quiet, they go on with the same stuff every year, every season. And these pesticides are killing us slowly, because you pee in the vineyards, you work with it, the grapes was sprayed with pesticides with your hands. Afterwards you're going to eat, there's no water to wash your hands, you're going to eat. Tonight you're coming home, your clothes are smelling like pesticides, you're salting it down. So in what you don't realize the effects it have on you, but when you get older, you cannot realize, but if a cough, they don't stop, or if a race, what's something like that they can usually.
I used to be a farm worker for all the years. I used to work at farm, and then 2022, I was just collapsed in the vineyard. I was working there, and the tractors were spraying, and I collapsed. And then they take me to the doctor, and the doctor sent me to the hospital. So my lungs are damaged now, truly the pesticide. So I can't work. That time I have to leave the work, and my sister take care of me because I'm not working and I don't have any money. So I have to wait to be turned 60, and then I used to come back to my house to get that money off the grant. So I just live on the pension grant.
We're demanding a transition. We understand that the food supply and the soil and the seeds have become quite dependent on this pesticide. So we're not saying let's do it immediately, but we are asking from the Department of Agriculture an in-principle commitment that we begin this transition and we begin this conversation. And women farm workers, since they are working with the substance and are poisoned by the substance, want to be actively included in that discussion.
The worldwide move now to move towards more bio-friendly inputs as well as pesticides, and that is the way the world is moving. The problem we have is that there is going to, at the moment, a lot of these alternatives remain very expensive and out of the reach of your ordinary subsistence or family farmer. They're very expensive, and so you almost have people stuck in a cycle of addiction, because if they don't apply those pesticides and inputs, they don't get a crop, and that affects food security and a whole lot of other things. So what we've committed as government to doing, and we're part of the international agreement, to ban highly hazardous pesticides by 2035. Now 2035 is the backstop. There's much work we can do in the meantime. As a result of the last year's problems with the turbifos issue, as we've seen in the spaza shops and the death of children, with the working women on farms and others and the Human Rights Commission report, there's obviously work that we need to do. As a result of that, we've triggered a review in the department now of turbifos. The problem is you can't just ban turbifos overnight, because you then end up with massive crop failure the next year, and your production of food gets harmed. Now, a third of all child deaths in South Africa can be linked to malnutrition and food insecurity. So you don't want to just switch it off, but you need to have a phased approach about how we're going to move people into using more bio-friendly and sustainable agricultural products, making the case to them that it's in the longer term interest for them to take care of their soil because it will then produce for far longer. And also encouraging value chains to reward those who are moving to more sustainable agricultural practices so that you're incentivizing people to do so. Even the European Union, which banned turbifos, every other country that's banned turbifos, it's been part of a staged approach.